Hey Star Warriors, Stargeek here, in the 4th episode of Star Wars Versus. With hundreds of Star Wars characters out there, how are we to decide who's the best, most amazing character in the galaxy? Under 5 simple categories, we can face 2 different characters against each other for the most important judgment of their creation. Weapon, courage, rank, skill, and legacy, all used to decide a winner. Today we compare the royal senator, Padme Amidala, against her rebellious daughter, Leia Organa. Let's kick this episode off with our first category, weapons. Both of these women know how to handle a blaster, but who's better? Padme hits her mark every time when running through Theed Palace, and has no problem getting into the mix of things. She also blasted her way through the Geonosian battle arena, using her wits to take out Nexu. Unfortunately, over the years she started to put down the blaster and instead pick up the senatorial outfits. Her daughter, on the other hand, was always a sharpshooting genius, defending herself as a princess just as Padme did as a queen, with one big difference. Leia only got better and better. In Episode 4, she was more skillful than even her saviors Han and Luke. In Episode 5, Leia was able to escape the Empire's grasp, and in Episode 6, she saved the day thanks to her abilities with a blaster. Point goes to Leia.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Which brings us into our next category, rank. Leia Organa is a renowned princess fighting for freedom in the galaxy. Everyone around her respects her rank. That is, except for her true love. That's right, Han Solo doesn't really care about how royal her highnessness is. But that's not the real thing that makes Padme's rank better than Leia's. It's the difference between a queen and a princess. There's no competition. Even if Padme becomes a senator later in life, she is still one of the most respected people on the Senate. Her rank is just about as high as it gets, earning Padme her first point.
Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder!
Now let's look into the skill of our competitors. Padme is very skillful, not only in senatorial matters, but also in outwitting the enemy. She can get herself out of difficult situations, able to fight back or escape quite easily. Her ability to battle is definitely advanced, but growing up in a political setting didn't prepare her as much as Leia. The Princess of Alderaan could fight her way out of battalions of stormtroopers. Quick with a blaster and skillful at nearly every task, Leia is one of the best fighters in the Alliance. Padme Amidala's lack of skill compared to her daughter earns Leia another point.
That's it! We did it!
We did it!
Legacy is an important part of any character, and that's why that's the next category. The Princess Leia Organa is one of the most respected people in the galaxy, and her spark of rebellion and incredible leadership certainly put her down in the history books. Whose legacy could beat that of a freedom-fighting princess? Only her own mother. As important and recognized as Leia is, Padme not only outranked her as queen, but also had a greater legacy. Wife to the Chosen One, well-known senator, Queen of Naboo, and mother to the saviors of the galaxy. Sure, Leia is one of the most important people in the Star Wars universe, but she doesn't have quite the same legacy as her senatorial mother. With no one else even coming close, this point goes to Queen Amidala. In our final category, let's talk about courage. Padme Amidala tackles every challenge she faces head-on, fighting every opposing force and calling out Chancellor Valorum. The Queen takes some major risks. She rarely shows any fear, but she also tends to be safely guarded and protected. For a princess, Leia is pretty free and on her own. She faces the evils of Grand Moff Tarkin, Jabba the Hutt, and Darth Vader with a brave face. She often has more courage than her colleagues and friends. Instead of sending in a decoy like the Queen of Naboo, Leia gets things done herself, no matter how dangerous the situation may be. Leia beats out Padme, getting our favorite rebel leader the courage point she needed. Our rebel princess, Leia Organa, wins in the 4th episode of Star Wars Versus.
I love you.
I know.
Who do you want to see battle in the next episode of Star Wars Versus? Please put it in the comments to see if your pick ends up in the next episode. Subscribe to Stargeek for weekly Star Wars content. If you like the channel, please tell a friend. If you enjoyed the video, please shoot that like button at light speed. You can go check out my Facebook page linked in the description. Also check out my Twitter account at StargeekYT, and find me on Instagram by the same handle. Click on the link to the left for my last video, celebrating 10,000 subscribers and 1 million total views. You can also click on the right to watch my last Versus episode, where I matched Jango Fett against Boba Fett. Don't forget to like the video, and comment on your own suggestions below the video. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been Star Geek.
What are you saying, Gary? Weird. About my hair? I got it from my mom.